Let's go. No games. Straight fire from the dough. Yeah, we own that. We own that. We own that. Yeah, we own that. We own that. We own that. This shit finna be crazy. Crazy. Peace and love to all the Moors, all the Muslims, all the Asiatics. Y'all know it's a full moon, so you know what was finna happen tonight. You know what's finna happen tonight, fam. It's a full moon outside. So you know all that energy right now is already formulating. It's already been formulating. They kicked me off the BEAMOUT earlier. I guess that was going too hard. They kicked me off the BEAMOUT earlier. I ain't shut the BEAMOUT down earlier. They kicked me off. Somebody was reporting the BEAMOUT earlier. They can't stop what's going on, though. Listen, man. Much love to all y'all critical thinkers that's out there. Much love, much respect to all y'all who don't fold, who don't give up, fam. All y'all that persevere, all y'all that grind, all y'all that stand for some principles, all y'all out there that actually don't quit. Much love to all y'all out there. Real shit. So y'all ready to kick it off? This is part 7 right now. So you know we gonna have to tee up crazy. This is part 7 to the series right now. Levels. It's levels to this, fam. It is levels to what's going on. You know, I see that, earlier I was talking about how they got us pinned against each other with the man versus the women. It's way bigger than that, though. They know, the dark force knows that if they could keep us going at each other, we're not going to focus on the problems and the solutions to the problems. So with this lunar energy that's outside lit right now, straight from the rack, look, we finna kick it off. We finna kick the dough all the way off the hinges. Let's go straight to it. Let me just show y'all something real quick. You ever heard about this? Have you ever heard about the Merkaba, the human light body? Okay, Mer means pyramid. And Mer also means more, also means light, also means law, also means land, also means navigator. Okay? The Merkaba, the human light body. Y'all ready? Now, I want you to pay close attention. This is not a magic trick. The Merkaba, the name America. Merkaba, America. The true old world. This is not a magic trick now. One of the main reasons they don't want us to make the connection with our name and the science that's behind our name is because it's connected to multiple levels that's outside of this planet that connects us to the multiverse. This is why they don't want to teach us. I'm talking about the school system. I'm talking about all these different organizations. They don't want us to make this divine connection because this divine connection will connect us with everything that we've been missing. Everything we've been missing has been us missing our name. Jihad, peace, more. Listen, the Merkaba is the human light body. We talking about if you study Egyptian mystery school, if you with the Commetans, peace. If you with the Israelites, peace. If you studying with the Moors, peace. All this stuff is all connected. But the connection has to come from us connecting with our divine name, which is more, which is Mer. If you do, look, if you do want to go a little bit further, where is that? If you do want to go a little bit further, you say you want to study the hieroglyphs. Okay, cool. Studying the hieroglyphs will give us the connection to our name because we go into etymology, phonology, semantics, morphology, of the word more, right? So if you say that you're an Israelite, real quick, if you say that you're an Israelite, that's what's up, because Israelites are Moors. It's in the language, the Phoenician language. All of these different languages of the Hamites, all these different languages of the Aramaics, all these different languages are Semitic, Hamitic languages. There are also hieroglyphic language similarities. Okay, now we talking about a few things right now to kick it off. All right. Merkaba, America. See how it's phonetically linked up. And remember, studying language links you up to different people, different cultures, just by knowing the language. You feel me? So when you say mer to more, Kemet until now, do you realize, fam? Do you realize when you say that you're more, you're having a modern and ancient link to every place on this planet in real time? Modern and ancient. We are Israelites. We are all of these different tribes, the Shemites, the Hamites, the Canaanites, the Moabites. All of us are all of these tribes. The disconnection has been with us not linking up to our anchor, and our anchor is our Moorish name. Egypt is over here. Babylon is over here. Israel is over here. Everything started over here. This is one of the great Masonic secrets that they try to keep buried. But Noble Drew Ali, the prophet, he brought back this information and he took the covers off all secret organizations. They want to keep us buried under Negro, Black, and Colored. Those are slave brands that were created as nom de guerres by hybrid Europeans, the pale-faced people, the colonizers. This is what they want to keep us buried. But all praise due to Allah bringing back the prophet to keep us in the know. So look, fast forward to the national mission statement. Check this out. Check this out. If you have not read the national mission statement, please get the national mission statement and read it for yourself. Don't just go by what Kush they saying or somebody else saying. Nah, you want to read this information yourself. Look, what it say? The Moorish Americans, commensurable to every nationality, have the divine and national right to be themselves, with hearts and minds pure, with love and bodies clean with water. They are free. No nation or any other living thing is free until it is of itself, unamalgamated, independent, wise, and autonomous, with free national standards and principles to support their unfolding generations. This is the true meaning and attainment of freedom. What we have been miseducated collectively as that we are somehow Negroes, descendants from slaves, colored folks, or Black people, African Americans, or Native Americans, or Indians. All of those are known in law as colorable. All of those are unlawful and unconstitutional. All of those link us to slavery, just like the driver license, your gun license. They are all U.S., United States citizen, subject citizen, corporate subject, slave brands. It doesn't matter if you have a driver license or a gun license. All of these connect you to the corporation that was incorporated in 1925. That was the Emergency Banking Act. This is why the Prophet Noble Drew Ali told us and left us instructions. So when you saying, listen, I'm a U.S. citizen, what you really saying is you're an artificial person. When they try to get us to vote in their United States corporation, we give up our birthright. that we don't even realize that we have. That's been the problem. But the solution is don't participate in their games. You have the right to self-determination. You don't have to participate with them. You feel me? So when you do participate with them, whether it's the Department of Transportation, Department of Commerce, the DMV, all municipalities, traffic courts, tax collectors, all these courts right here, all of these are unconstitutional. It's only Article 3 courts that are in the Americas. This is why they don't teach this book in schools. Think about it. This book right here is known as the supreme law of the land, right? Why would people who want to hold a position of power, why would they teach we the people anything that will free them? They will only show us illusions, give us distractions, feed our egos, have us out here chasing green pieces of paper, thinking that that's salvation, like that's freedom. Question. All of the so-called black think about this. All of the pretty much the so-called black celebrities, whether it's been a man or a woman, pretty much all of them have been broken down. The latest cases, y'all know the latest cases. I ain't got to tell you no names or none of that. Just think of everybody who's claimed to be a so-called black person, African-American person. It does not matter how much green pieces of paper that you get. They have, like Cat Williams said in that interview, they can cut your lights out in 2 weekends. So evidently, it doesn't matter about the green pieces of paper. You could go from a billionaire and in 2 weeks, they'll turn your lights out. So the salvation and the freedom can't be based off paper. That's exactly what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said in his prophecies and hadiths. Money don't make the man. Clothes don't make the man. Man or women. The green pieces of paper, they just debt notes. They're not money. This is why the U.S. corporation, the vampires, what do? They keep bringing in our people to sell their merch, to make it trendy, to make it popping. And what do? If one of the people that signed a contract with this U.S. corporation say something or do something, know what I'm saying, out their mouth that they weren't supposed to say or do, what happens? They shut their asses down in 2 weekends. In 2 weekends, they go from a billionaire to damn near nothing because they have the power to do that, because them green debt notes, them green pieces of paper, they all connected to the artificial person, U.S. corporation. All this is interconnected. It's a dark web, like a black spider. All it does is get our people to come in here, misidentify as a black color person, Negro, person of color, Indian, Native American. They get you to come in there, and then out your own mouth, you make it real because you agreed to be something that you didn't know that you even was. But it's programming though. But we breaking the programming right now though. That's the purpose of these BEAMOUTs. Breaking the programming. Because what does it say right here? Look. What does it say right here? From this book right here. True World History, Humanity's Saga. Get this book. Ether. Check this out. You know it's a full moon tonight, right? So you know we got to tee up. Look. Look at this. What does it say right here? Hold up. What does it say right here? Hold up. What does it say? Put the mob on. Go ahead and put the mob on. What does it say? It say, hold up. It say, to fix or correct anything, you have to know what is broken. You need to know its components so that you can decide what to do with whatever is before you, whether it is internal or external. Whatever is going on in your life, it is correctable. even if you do not feel this way at the moment, because you created it. Don't forget, you are a god. You are a goddess. You're having a human body spiritual experience right now. This, keep in mind, the Merkaba. Keep in mind, listen. Keep in mind the Merkaba, the human light body. Keep in mind the name America. The people that live above Mexico, who keep misidentifying as Negro, Black, and colored, Indians, and Pan-Africans, our people are experiencing mistreatment on multiple levels. No peace, no justice, just chaos, just anarchy, because we've been denationalized. We've been denatured due to miseducation from the school system and the sellouts within our own community. They sell out to get a check because they greedy. They want power. They lust for more power. But we taking our positions back now, because it's each one teach one. You feel me? And that's some of the teachings of Noble Drew Ali when he was talking about proclaim your nationality, proclaim your status. Status has nothing to do with skin complexion. Status has everything to do with your mindset. Your mindset, that's the power. But if you think that your status is based off materialism, chains, cars, yachts that you got, drip that you got, if you think that your status is based off material wealth, then they got you by the brain. Because status has nothing to do with that. Your status is your connection, universe, divine, and national. So that's universal and national. Okay? So look, hold up. Turn me up, man. Let's go. It say, every thought you think throughout the course of the day creates your movie. If you focus on self-sabotage, self-punishment, low self-worth, and self-abuse, this is the movie that is going to play out in your life. You are creating this. Any person who abuses you in any way is simply filling the role that you created for him or her. You can extrapolate this to the entire earth. If you do not like the government or the president or the rules and regulations, then change them. Ain't that what the Constitution say? Doesn't the Constitution say that in the preamble and the Declaration of Independence? It says that. It says, if the government, I'm paraphrasing, has become unruly, it is the right of the people to alter and abolish it. The right of the people. So if the government is not honoring what they're supposed to honor, as governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, they have become tyrannical. They've been tyrannical since their inception. 1861 became a U.S. corporation, a tyrannical government, a democracy. Did you know that the word democracy is not mentioned one time in this book or that document? Democracy ain't in here. But keep in mind, all politicians, they got to promote propaganda. So they got to keep telling we the people that this is a democracy. Vote for your democracy. Whole time, democracy ain't even mentioned in the Constitution. Yeah. See the games that they play? They're dark wizards, man. They black sorcerers. They play games. The Constitution is a Republican form of government. That's the Constitution of we the people. This is why they kind of play these games with vote for the democracy. When you vote for a democracy, that means you voting for this. You voting for your own enslavement. You voting for your children's enslavement with the birth certificate. That's a commercial instrument. You're voting for the police to traffic you. You voting for the cities, the boroughs, the counties, the townships, the municipalities, the states to misidentify you and I as colorable. You're voting for traffic law, municipal law, codes and taxes. Unconstitutional. You're voting for that. That's what voting goes to. You understand? So the police, they enforce codes. The lawyers, the attorneys, the barristers, the counselors, the magistrates, all these people are actors. They don't have any power unless we give it to them. You see? So when you have knowledge of self, you break the contract and say, I'm not a U.S. citizen. I'm not a U.S. subject. I'm not a corporation. I'm not an artificial person. I'm more. I'm Moorish American. I'm a Moorish American national. This is the information that Noble Drew Ali was bringing back to us. This is why they never speak about or teach what is the principles of nationality. They just keep talking like, well, the Moors was the ones that enslaved the people. They cap. It's all cap with them. Everything with them, fam, is cap. Everything with them is cap. Hold up. Everything with them is cap. Let's tee up. Let's go ahead and go. Let's go ahead and go. Since y'all want to go, let's go ahead and go then. Let me show you something. Keep in mind the Merkaba now. All right. Keep in mind the Merkaba. Keep in mind that America is the home of Egypt, Babylon, Assyria, the Egyptian Sea, the Old Testament ancient map, the Great Sea, the Red Sea. All this stuff is in America because the Americas is the empire of the Moors. But don't look for these sellouts, these black organizations to ever teach you that. They getting checks not to teach you that. They get Black Lives Matter and all these black organizations. They get checks not to teach us so they could keep control. Look, watch this. Hold on, let's go. Let's go to the literature of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali real quick. All right. He said, proclamation of status and jurisdiction of the Moorish Americans. Noble Drew Ali did not call us Moroccans. He said that we were descendants of Moroccans from the old Moorish Empire. That's what he said. If you read the 101s written by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, you will see what he wrote directly. But if you online and you just listening to people just ramble their mouth online, but they never show you receipts, then you're going to get sent off. It's a full moon tonight, though. We're taking all that lunar energy. We're going to beam that out right now. So let's go a little further. What did he say? Noble Drew Ali said, the Moorish Americans are descendants of Moroccans, the northwestern capital of the mighty Carthage Moorish Empire. Look at the dates. Time travel, 700 BC, 1820 AD. The ancient Moabites, whom inhabited the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa, born indigenous in the continental lands of America. Ding, 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 ding. Right there. The continental lands of America. Why you think you can't just walk down in the Grand Canyon? Why you think they got pyramids in the Grand Canyon? They got temples in the Grand Canyon. You can't just walk down there because you feel like going down there. They got armed security, militia, military down there. You can't just walk in there. Why not? Because they know the secret's going to get out. You know how many pyramids in the Grand Canyon? You know how many obelisks are in the Grand Canyon? Hold up. You know how many of these? You know how many of these are in the Grand Canyon? You think that these over there is like in Africa over there. Fam, don't forget, Egypt is over here. They flipped the maps to get us confused. All of these pyramids, the Orion Zone, That's over here, fam. You understand? All this stuff in the Grand Canyon is directly linked to the other side of the planet. Look, this is why they don't want to teach us this. Fam, the first pyramids are the step pyramids. You see this? This is in Peru. All these pyramids right here is in the Americas, North, Central, and South America. But if they get you confused to talk about man versus women, I got to get this paper, I got to pay these taxes. We under colonial occupation right now. What's stopping us from stepping up and then taking our land back is we got to first connect ourselves back with the land. The land is Mer, which is more. That's the connection. That's what's been missing. The nationality and the birthright have to be claimed. That's the missing link. You got to claim your name. And once you claim your name, Moorish American, you can claim your land. You can't claim your land claiming to be black, because black ain't a nation. Black don't even exist. Fam, it ain't no land on this planet called black or white or yellow or brown. Islam. You have to claim a land. Look, everybody over here, they might be from the continent of Africa, right? But over here, they all have countries, which are nationalities. So if they're from Algeria, they don't just say, I'm African. They don't say that. If they're from Libya, they don't say, I'm African. They say, I'm Libyan. I'm Algerian. You see that? If they're from Mauritania, they say they're Mauritanian. They don't just say, I'm African. You see? You see the disconnection? And then I want y'all to see something real fast in real time. Look, this is a continent. Okay? These are known as countries inside of a continent, right? Now, isn't it strange how above Mexico, these lands over here are called somehow just transform into states? Think about that one. Look how deep the brainwashing go. How does every land on the planet, they all got land masses and they all got countries inside of continents. But somehow when it gets to above Mexico, all of these just suddenly go from countries, they go into states with zip codes. How does that work? How does that work? Everything above Mexico just suddenly just somehow just switch up. You see? The brainwashing is on so many multiple levels. It's insane. And they want to keep us drugged up, smoked out, popping pills, medicated, thinking everything gonna come from the pharmaceutical. And then to keep us like docile, to keep us not thinking on higher levels. Look at this. All these carvings that's over here. Look at these carvings. See these carvings that's over here? Fam, these carvings are in America. See that owl right there? Let me show you something. Hold up. Let me show you something, Jay. Where that book at? Where's that book at? Let me get this book for you. You see these carvings right here? That owl. See that owl right there? Now watch this. Watch this. You see that owl, right, Sam? Okay, look. See that owl? That owl is also right here. See, more as a title in Tamari, Kemet. Remember, Kemet, Egypt is over here in the Americas. Here. All this is over here. Always keep this in front of your mind. Your whole mind. All this stuff that we've been misled and told that Egypt is on the other side of the world. Egypt is over here. And this is Egypt over here. No, sir. I want you to Google, when was Egypt over here found? Google when Egypt over here was found. Check the date out, right? Now, how can you have an Egypt that's over here? Just Google it real quick. Google it right now. When was Egypt founded over here? And then, how can you have these same hieroglyphs with owls and symbols, Egyptology and all that, hieroglyphics and all that? How can you have the same symbols over here in America, in the Grand Canyon? Huh? Did you know that this right here is in the Grand Canyon? This is in the Grand Canyon, G. This right here, all these right here was found in the Grand Canyon before it got snatched up and took to the Smithsonian Institute. Yeah, all this stuff is in the Grand Canyon. But the key is to keep the people that live above Mexico to continue to misidentify as persons of color. Because persons of color is not in history. It's nothing but slave history. This is why they never talk about Moorish history in February. Did you notice that? If they like, look at that. On God, more. Look, you said Egypt. You said Egypt was founded in 1953. Yeah. Hold up. We got to double up on that. Let's see something. Let's do it in real time, though. Hold up. Let's do it in real time, boys. Let's do it in real time. Why not? It's a full moon outside. Let's do it in real time. When was Egypt founded? Look at that.
The founding date of Egypt was June 18th, 1953.
19, you said 1953? Wait a minute. You said 19, hold up. Yeah. Egypt was founded in 1953?
According to Wikipedia, the Republic of Egypt was a state created in 1953 under the rule of Muhammad Naguib following the Egyptian Revolution of 1952, in which the Kingdom of Egypt's Muhammad Ali dynasty came to an end.
What? What? Oh my God. Yo. Listen, man. Listen, this is part 7. This is part 7 right now. Look. So when they say the Nile River, so that would mean, what else have they lied about? The Nile River? Do you realize that the Nile River, do you realize that that's Mississippi? The Mississippi River is the Nile River. What else have they lied about then? If the Mississippi is the Nile River, and they said that the Nile River is on the other side of the world over here, then what else have they lied about? Think about it. How can they say that the Nile River is over here, but in 1953, yo, what? Hold up. So that brings to mind this then. When was the Mississippi River found?
According to American Rivers, the richness of resources proved equally tempting to European settlers who first learned of the Mississippi from Spanish explorer Hernando de Soto in 1541.
Yo! 1541? But they just said, what did they just say? They just said 1953, Egypt was founded. So what happened before 1541? European settlers? Louis Jolliet? Jacques Marquette? Who traveled down south? Who traveled south down the river in the 17th century? So you don't think that it was Moorish people over here? They called them Mississippians. That's what they called the Moors that was down there. Yo, listen, man. They want to go crazy on part 7, though. Okay. Carlos and Isabella, 1519, Mississippi. Shout out to Mississippi. Shout out to Alabama. Shout out to Georgia. Yes, sir. Shout out to North Carolina, South Carolina. Yes, sir. Shout out to ATL. Yes, sir. All y'all down there in Memphis. All y'all down there in Kentucky. Know what I'm saying? All y'all down south down there. Look. What it's talking about? It's a. Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in. It say what down there? It say hieroglyphics began to take on a lettering system in the form of an upper Kemetic script known as Proto-Semitic or Ancient Moabite Canaanite, from which the Greek, Roman, Latin, English alphabet are derived. Question: If we really, let's just do some critical thinking real quick in real time. If we really was descendants from Indians, then why do they have a pyramid on here, not a teepee? Huh? This really finna get your mind going. If we was to buy into the lies that they tell us that we came from Indians and Indians was the first people that was over here in the Americas, then answer me this. Why do they have a Moorish pyramid on this and not a teepee? Why don't they have teepees on this? Why is the teepee not on here, but a pyramid is on here? Answer me that. All y'all out there pushing that Indian narrative, answer me why it's not a teepee on this to remind you that Indians was over here. Why, on God, why did they say Latin was a dead language, but you see Latin on this? Oh, why is Latin on this, but they say that Latin is a dead language? Critical thinking. Huh? We gotta start doing critical thinking, boys. We gotta start doing critical thinking now. We really gotta start doing it. Cause we really gotta start activating this. If you really want to get into it, we gotta start activating this, fam. Let's go. You really gotta start activating this. You want to activate your Merkaba, right? You want to activate your Merkaba, your higher self. You really got to start doing this now. Why you think they called it the coronavirus? They called it the coronavirus, but it was an attack on the crown chakra, the thinking chakra. This is why they called it the coronavirus, because corona means the crown. Wow. So if they can attack your critical thinking crown chakra, your third eye is not going to be able to fully activate. Therefore, you're not going to be able to think and see through the BS. Watch this crazy flip though. Right in our faces, this is what they did. This is the natural order of things. You got 7 chakras. You got 7 senses. You got the 7 music notes on the scale. Then you also have this. Why does the LBGT, why have they flipped the colors of the natural order of chakras? Why have they flipped the color spectrum upside down to represent their banner instead of keeping it natural, how it used to be and how it naturally, universally, and divinely is as this right here? Purple is at the top. Blue. See that? You see what's going on? Green, yellow, orange, and red. The LGBTQ community have altered. Black Lives Matter, they have altered the divine order of law. They are going against nature. They have altered the natural 7 chakras, the natural 7 senses. They have altered the natural order of law and flipped the chakra color manifestations upside down. What? What? Listen, told you this part 7. So we really got to tee now. We really got to tee up now. Look. It's a full moon outside. You ready? You ready though? So you know how we saying that Egypt is America. Tamari is in the Americas. Babylon is in the Americas. Etc. 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 So let me remember I showed you about the owl. Hold up. Remember I showed y'all about the owl, right? The hieroglyphs that's right here. Keep your eyes on the owl, okay? Look, keep your eye on the owl real quick. Look at this. So the owl, if we go into linguistics, the Hebrew word for teacher is moreh, which is the charge and obligation of all sons of the light. You see that? So if we was to go to a Hebrew and Chaldea dictionary, look at the words, more. Look at the spellings of more. Look at the spellings. Look at the spellings. Luminous body or luminary. Light, brightness. Now we go right back to the Merkaba. Human light body. Human light body. Now, look at the owl. Keep your eye on the owl now. Keep your eye on, hold up, keep your eye on the owl now. Don't lose sight of that owl, okay? They try to tell us it's demonic. It's a demonic thing. Don't mess with the owl. Don't mess with the owl, right? That's what they tell us. They don't show us though. So we got to start showing out. We got to start showing each other. So when you looking at the owl right here, look at the owl. More. See that? M-A. Mother. See? Palermo Stel. The title of the high priest of Anu. Ooh, there's the owl again. There's the owl right there. There's the owl again. Come on. Let's go. Come on. 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 Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, yeah. It's part 7 now, though. It's up. It's up. This all you gonna see. Answer me this. How did these get brought over here? Who brought these Olmec basalt heads, these Moorish heads? How did these get here? How did these get here? If you just want to just play and say, all right, well, we got brought over here, we got kidnapped as slaves, blah, 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 woo, right? Can you explain how these right here that weigh 5 to 10 to 20 tons, how did these get transported to the Americas? How did they get here? How did they get here? Huh? How are these spread all over America? And just in case you need another receipt, I got you. Look at this. Just in case you need another receipt. What did Noble Drew Ali the Prophet say in his national mission statement? Yeah. Built in America. On God. Look. What did the Prophet Noble Drew Ali say again? He said this. He say, we have naturally derived our free national name, Moorish, by West African descent and American by indigenous birth. Now, just to show you another receipt, how these was already here, another receipt, we could go right here and say this. National mission statement prepared by Noble Drew Ali. Peace be unto the Prophet. He say this. He say, we are the true heirs of the earth mounds, pyramids, and 40-ton Moorish basalt heads. Moorish basalt heads. Hold up. We gotta bring that back. We gotta bring that back. He say, sculpted by our seafaring forefathers, founders of the first civilization in the Americas. One more time. Founders of the first civilization in the Americas. In the Americas. 10 to 20,000 years ago. The 10,000-year-old skeleton discovery of an African man named Kennewick Man, the basalt heads and earth mounds can be found to this day. To this day. Hey, what Devontae? Yeah. What Devontae Wilder said? To this day. Yeah. To this day. What he say? He say these basalt heads and earth mounds can be found to this day from Canada in the north, southward throughout the U.S., Mexico, Central, and into South America, proves our pre-American presence here. These ain't my words. These ain't my word. This is from Noble Drew Ali's National Mission Statement, Proclamation of Status and Jurisdiction of the Moorish Americans. These ain't Kush Day words. These the Prophet Noble Drew Ali words. See, this is why we honor the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. See, because he came through the fire. He came before the fire. And if we as a people don't get behind him, we ain't gonna make it. We ain't gonna make it. So to this day, you still can find these 40-ton, 10-ton, 20-ton basalt Moorish heads from so-called Canada, the north, the south. You can find all these over here. You feel me? See, the connection is your name. The connection has been your name. You've been missing your name. You're not Indians. You're not color people. You're not Native Americans. You're Aboriginal and Indigenous Moorish Americans. That's your name. This is why the hybrid Europeans, they not going to call you Moors. Because once they call you Moors, then they got to tell you who they are and where they come from. Oh, it's a problem, Houston. Houston, we have a problem. We have a problem. Lisa, we have a problem. When they tell you who you are as Moorish Americans, they got to tell you who they are. They're hybrid Europeans. They're not from the Americas. They're not indigenous to the Americas. They're not from here. So how can somebody who's not from your land have authority over you in your land? See that? See that? And this is why we have to start collectively raising up our consciousness, and we doing it right now. That's why I say it's much love to y'all out there who not just talking it, you walking it, and you pushing out the information every day. It's no, hey man, I don't feel like being a Moor today. You know, I'm just finna just say I'm a crayon color today. Nah. It's no wishy-washy and it's no flip-flopping. It ain't no none of that. Nah. We not doing none of that. You a Moor today. You was a Moor yesterday. You gonna be a Moor tomorrow. You gonna be a Moor forever. And you standing on that. So much love to y'all out there that's standing on it. You not fake. You ain't folding. You ain't flaking. You ain't shaking. Nah, you ain't talking different because you around people that might not feel comfortable. They might not feel comfortable because you're saying that you have a nationality, you are Moor, so you're not switching up and changing depending on what kind of crowd you around. You yourself, regardless. It don't matter what kind of crowd you around. You finna be you. So much love and salute to you. Oh God, look at this. Look at this right here. Let's go a little. Y'all wanna go a little further? How much time we got? Oh God, more for life. More for life. I like that. More for life. Look at this. It say, true history declares the Moorish Americans, seeds of the ancient Canaanites from the Holy Land of Canaan, are the original inhabitants of all the Americas. All the Americas, whether by legacy or dormant conditions of servitude. So what that says is it's our legacy connected to these lands. It's our legacy to be plugged into these lands. It's our divine birthright to claim who we are in these lands and on the planet. You feel me? So whether you think that you a Negro, a black, or a person of color, it doesn't matter. That's what the prophet said right here in the National Mission Statement. It's our legacy. If you're dormant in your mentality, that's irrelevant. You still have a birthright to claim. So it don't matter if you dormant right now. If you know who you are, you activate it right now, real time. That part. See that? No other people can rightfully make this indigenous claim, including the so-called Indian tribes that followed centuries later, save the Moorish nations. Nobody can save the Moors but the Moors themselves. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. Yeah. Nobody can save the Moors but the Moors themselves. Woo. You can't save nobody but yourself. You can't save nobody but yourself. You gotta save yourself, G. Hey, you know what's wild though? I was watching this show with my little ones, right? I was watching this show today. It's called Forged in the Fire. It's on the History Channel. It's wild though. Because the whole time they on there talking about building weapons from scratch and from steel, right? So they had an episode on there today about Vikings. Like the Vikings, like the real live Vikings, right? Real live Vikings. We have been miseducated to think that the Vikings were the pale skinned people. You know, the blonde hair and they was the ones that was the Vikings on the ships and whatnot. The original Vikings were copper complexion, dark complexion, swarthy complexion Moors. That's the Vikings, fam. Y'all. Fam, the rabbit hole is so crazy. It'll literally have your mind like, I gotta relearn everything that they ever told me in school. Yes. We have to unlearn to relearn literally everything. Even the parts of speech for language. We gotta unlearn everything. Because we didn't get taught that adjectives cannot be nouns. We didn't get taught that. We didn't get taught the 8 parts of speech. But let me show you this about Vikings real quick. Look at this. We've been taught to think that the Vikings were these people first. Nah. What if I was to show you and tell you that the actual Vikings were our people? Yes. The actual real life Vikings from back in the day was actually Moors fighting each other. Those were the real Vikings. Moors on Moors fighting each other. Look at this. I don't want you to believe nothing that I'm showing you right now. I'm going to show you real quick. Look, you like Viking movies and Viking, like, you know what I'm saying, shows and whatnot, right? Yes. All of this, look, look at this image right here. See this image? See this image, right? I want you to look at this image. Look at you cannot escape the phenotype. It's Moorish. All right? Yes, even the Pirates of the Caribbean, all of them was Moors on Moors fighting each other. Look at the phenotype. Look at the phenotype. Look at the phenotype. Look at the phenotype. All right? This is the Vikings, right? It says part of a round gold bracket or small disc of jewelry. Note the Negroid Moorish vestiges of the faces on this bracket from Viking age Sweden. This is in Sweden. Now, this shit finna blow your mind. See this right here? Look at this. Look at this. See that? Now you see that, right? This is not a magic trick. Watch this. Yeah. Yo. From the book, One World Tartarians. All right, we moving fast, so do your best to keep up. Run the beam out back. All right, so we got the Vikings right here. The Vikings right here. One World Tartarians. Now you see this? See that thing up top right there? Look. See that right there, right? Watch this. Look at this right here. See that right there? This is the most powerful weapon in the universe. This is the Dorje energy device, aka the Tibetan Thunderbolt. How is this over here in the Americas, but it's over here in Sweden at the same time? This is why the Moors are a world people. We're not just a certain place like they'll be like, well, the Moors was just in North Africa. No, sir. Moors are the world people. We are world people. That's why you can't go nowhere where you don't see somebody dark complexion, copper complexion, olive complexion, swarthy or tawny complexion. This is in Sweden. See that? Hold up. Throw a little Griselda on real quick. How much time we got? Throw a little Griselda on real quick. Look. Do you see this? See that? Oh yeah, we can't never forget China. Fam, I might have to run it up for a part 8. I might run it up for a part 8, Moors. See this? This is a spiritual symbol and a spiritual light weapon. A light weapon. A light body. You see? A light body, the Merkaba. Mer is another derivative of the word Moor. Mer light body. This Dorje is the most powerful weapon in the universe. So it's also a spiritual symbol and a spiritual light weapon to be wielded in the other worlds. The Dorje symbolizes the impenetrable, immovable, and indestructible state of energy and relates symbolically to enlightenment. These people was harnessing ether. That's what this is. These people are Moorish people. This is your connection to the ancient world. It's not black though. See, if you stay connected to black, then you stay in slavery. If you let go of black, person of color, Pan-African, Native American, Indian, you can take yourself further back in ancient time. This is the connection that they don't want us to make. They don't want us to make this connection because now you're going beyond 1492. You're going beyond the 1100s. You're going back to them harnessing ether as powerful weapons in the entire universe. and beyond. This is the connection with the old world. The old world, Moors. Your name, Moor, connects you to the ancient universe, the old world, the old ways. Black is a slave brand that connects you to modern day slavery. This is why you gotta let it go. This is your prison. And you got the key to get yourself out the cage. But it's up to you though. You feel me? It's up to you to use that key as a Moor and twist that lock with that key and let yourself out the cage. Or you can stay enslaved in an invisible cage. Remember, the cage is not visible. It's an unseen cage that you put yourself in by the words out your mouth and the thoughts that you think in your head. The freedom comes from your divine connection, national connection to your free national name as Moor. That's your key. Twist that lock to let yourself out the cage and be free. That's the connection. That's more science. Our self-law and master. Islam. So, I hope y'all got something from this beam out. This was powerful right here. It's a full moon outside, so you know we had to bring it. You know what I'm saying? You know we had to bring it. So, let me know in the comments when I post up this beam out if y'all want me to kick off a part 8 to this series. We might kick off a part 8. I'm not sure yet. We might kick off a part 8 because this right here was heavy. Run this beam out all the way back. Matter of fact, run the whole series back. It's 7 right now. Run it all the way back. Shout out to North Carolina. Listen, you might have to run this whole thing back though. Yeah, you might run it all the way back, G. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Much love to all y'all out there. Let me know when I post up this beam out on my page. Let me know if y'all want a part 8 though. Y'all want a part 8. Enough people put in for the part 8. We might have to just go ahead and kick it off. We might have to go ahead and kick it off. All right. Shout out to all the BDs, all the GDs, all the Vice Lords, all the Four Corner Hustlers, all the Black P Stones. Shout out to all the L Rookins. Shout out to the Bloods. Shout out to the Crips. Shout out to the BGs. Shout out to all y'all out there, man. Shout out to all y'all out there. All y'all Asiatics, all y'all Moors, West Coast, down South, East Coast, up North, overseas. Let me know y'all tune in on these comments. Let me know what territory you living in, man. You domicile in. All right? Because it's going to take us, upright, fearless Moors, to bring everything back into the hands of the Asiatics. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to catch y'all Moors on the next one. If we do a part 8, let me know in the comments if y'all want a part 8. We can go ahead and turn up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna catch y'all Moors in the next one though. It might be a next one though. I don't know yet. I'm gonna see. All right. Much love to all y'all though. Real shit. If nobody told you, I'ma tell you. I got love for you. All right. Much love for you. Is this on your wall? If it ain't on your wall, it should be. Our self-law and master. Peace, Moors.